Every second that the society they make headline and they issue them, can snap now we aid. Even for clear them, can skanga.
In Sierra Leone, a new drug is turning young people into zombies.
So important for work on the issue today, for let the public understand.
Now that's make we bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interviews on the big issues.
Sierra Leone authorities said Monday that 20 people were killed and nearly 2,000 prisoners escaped during Sunday's attack on the capital.
To sport.
What a fairy tale story here. There they are, the champions of Africa.
And entertainment and simple tourism with plenty other issues them.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. So we day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
Every weekday on Slick Television, Channel 37 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slick Television. We go school and teacher them months and first that we and say empty bag on the tin up. It more or less means say you know whether you angry, then you have for do work or you have for concentrate and do something productive. In essence, that's what it means. So a country where in people are not able for feed themselves, it kind of not able for be productive and able for push development. Is that the case? So we're going to continue as a country? Well, that's how we focus now also because Feed Salone, they about for clock 3 years, we're into in third cycle now. And so far, 2 years plus, government progress report say better day. Will they make some change, some steady progress? Okay, and analyze and go down to the bottom of the matter and the issue. My name is Patrick Salia. Welcome to the Today Show on Slick Television on channel 37 with option for follow. We also on with social handles. Slick TV on Facebook, slicktv.com, our website, and YouTube, Slick TV. We quote for today here says, true development is measured not just by plans made. You don't able to measure true development by for make plan no more. You make plan 11. What it will cost you, what it will give you, but by the visible impact on people's lives and livelihoods. But rather, we don't plan, execute them, and make sure say and make the necessary changes that people in life. Your own life first of all. We change the happen in our life. You just have the feel you don't know. Also, because some amount of pressure they reduce on you, and so much more you will see they unfold gradually. So this more or less. Now we could tell you today. After the break, as we go talk to the people who get the farms, we'll listen to the people who say Progress Day and the Feed Salone initiative, and then we'll listen to the government. What's next? How much will continue for escalate or uplifts or upscale, which you already would not begin as a country if at all there is any or much for feed we serve as a country.
Are you a lady going through issues in a relationship? You dey chop breakfast, you dey see pepper, my sister, you don't know who to talk to. Well, welcome to Girls Talk.
Here on Girls Talk, we discuss everything that has to do with ladies and their relationships. Also, we get for the play entertaining and exciting games them. Not forget the gist part. Of course, Time Maggie get for the take place now. Always watch Girls Talk right here on Slick TV channel 37. Get them nice.
Feed Salon at the second top, well, at the top priority or at the flagship program inside the Julius Maada Bio SLPP-led administration, the second term. First term, 2018 to 2023, that being education, human capital development. Well, feeding the country or feeding the people also not part of developing, because it's empty bag no dey turn up. If people in the country not able to feed, what you going for do? If I did right now angry, I go able to snap now, so don't also the top. Yeah, it's difficult. So Feed Salon became a top priority or flagship program of the Julius Maada Bio SLPP-led administration in 2023. And then say the aim now for scale local food production for feed we serve as a country, and then we for export. So far, government set itself some targets. Now, let me listen to President Julius Maada Bio on then target then they, if they don't meet any, and at what level and stage where would they meet some of them. Because according to him, there is some significant amount of progress we don't take place inside the agricultural sector since 2023 especially till date.
We are entering the third year of the implementation of Feed Salon. And I'm proud to say that we have made tremendous effort over the past 2 years and laid a very solid foundation, one that is built on policy reforms and an evident national drive to do farming as a business. Over the past 2 years, Feed Salon has moved from a vision to a tangible impact. And we are growing more and importing less. In 2024 alone, rice production increased by 8%, leading to a 13% reduction in rice imports and saving the nation over 15 million United States dollars. These gains contributed to 20% decline in rice prices over the last year. But beyond rice, ladies and gentlemen, we are diversifying our food basket. Over the past 2 years, egg imports have fallen by 21%, and locally produced eggs are now 10% cheaper. In addition to that, our strategic market interventions and increased domestic supply have also made local onion 20% more affordable than imported varieties. For the first time in Sierra Leone, we have begun exporting vegetable oil and other agricultural products, which is a clear sign of a more competitive and resilient agri-economy. Since food is becoming more affordable, the rate of severe food insecure households fell by 11 points in 1 year. Through institutional feeding policy, the World Food Programme has cut its reliance on imported rice from 90% to 60%, sourcing the remaining 30% directly from Sierra Leone's farmers. Through our flagship program at the Ministry of Agriculture, we are expanding value chains. We have raised farmers' income, enabled the cultivation of 9,000 additional hectares of cocoa, and thereby boosting export potential and rural prosperity. Cocoa exports increased by 16% from 2021 to 2024, bringing in nearly 60 million United States dollars. This is not just data, but it's a proof of my government's commitment and dedication. Farmers have better tools to produce at scale today. We are training a new workforce to support mechanized agriculture, from youth machine operators to service providers, and we have deployed modern equipment and milling infrastructure right across the country to increase productivity and reduce losses. We have unlocked finance and private sector participation through the 10 million agricultural credit facility. Over 10 agribusinesses have accessed capital, including those now running the country's first industrial feed mill. In addition, 7.9 million United States dollars in matching grants have gone out with the Food System Resilience Project. Slurry has developed Sierra Leone's first aflasafe strain and preparing to release new seed varieties for rice, maize, and cassava. Extension agents are now using digital tools from GIS mapping to seed tracker. Policy is our key instrument as a government. 4 policies have already been enacted on poultry, cattle settlement, rice, and institutional feeding, with more underway on agri-finance, cocoa, and seed systems. Ladies and gentlemen, these are real signs that the system is working and moving in the right direction. With all these successes, we should not stop. Where we are now, we have to make this transformation irreversible. We must now complete what we have started and deliver on what is already in the pipeline. Over the next 6 months, our focus must be on consolidating and accelerating delivery. Succeeding will require speed, coordination, and the full weight of the whole of government approach. Infrastructure remains central to this effort. The rice cluster in Tomabong, Bondapi, and associated investments in irrigation will serve as a bedrock to Feed Salon agenda. The special agro-processing zone in Cambia and the feeder roads, bridges, and mills, once completed, we lock in production gains and ensure continuity. This is how momentum is sustained and how we make change permanent. The $105 million livestock and livelihood development project will be the first of several. The cassava industrialization program must move from planning to execution. To support our local entrepreneurship, we must unlock finance at scale. The 50 million from OPEC fund must be operationalized without delay under a dedicated agricultural fund. Agriculture insurance must expand beyond pilot projects and reach farmers nationwide. Technology must also drive the next phase. The National Biometric Farmers Registry will go live in 2026 alongside the National Soil Mapping Platform, which will eventually help us target subsidies, plan production, and manage resources better. Investment targeting women and young entrepreneurs in rice, poultry, and agro-processing must scale. And as a government, we need to ensure that policy always leaves the paper and enters practice. The 1 egg per child program will start next year, and institutional feeding will be enforced to procure more homegrown food across schools and other government institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, we must continue to de-risk and attract private investment. Access to land, tax incentives, and backward integration will drive agro-industrial expansion. Our goal is simple. Value chain must have private sector champions. Every value chain must have a private sector champion, because this is the true measure of success. And as government, we will meet these champions halfway with the right incentives and the right support. I called on this nation 2 years ago, and the nation, I think, is responding. Now it is our responsibility to ensure the progress we have made is not reversed, that farming remains dignified, agriculture remains profitable, and our young people see agriculture as their future. Let us move with urgency, discipline, and unity. The gains are rare. There is more to achieve as a nation.
President Julius Maada Bio, the accounting for feed salons so far, say progress don't take place with some amount of cuts in importation and some percentage increase in production. Rest is say the price as a result of local production and one or two other inputs, say rest price are reduced by like 20%. Okay, so now I'll talk to the CEO of Shalom Agribusiness and Farmer Association, all the way from Makot Village, Kambia District, Mambolo Chiefdom precisely, Victor Hamusa Kagbo. Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, good afternoon, sir.
And on the line from away out of the country right now, Alpha Yaya Mansare, the Director of Extension, Ministry of Agriculture, where they attend a conference right now out of the country. Yaya, good afternoon and welcome to the Today Show, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon, viewers.
Okay. So I talked to Mr. Kagbo first. You agree firstly with the president, say such progress don't take place in the agricultural sector for feed salon? You agree first of all, say we're able for feed reserve?
Yes, we will feed reserve. And for progress made, yes, there's some significant, whatever little efforts we then put inside agriculture, and then we see elect now 1%, that's a progress made. All what we need for focus on, we need for do more. As a nation, we need for feed reserve. We can't depend on foreigners to be feeding us as aliens. We get all it takes for the able feed reserve. We don't make progress, yes, but we need for do more as a nation. We can't stop importation of rice and other food items.
You major more or less in rice production. That has been that don't be unique for like 2 or so years now, correct?
8 years.
For like 8 years?
Yes, sir.
In rice production?
Yes, sir.
And you plant this farm we see this this is Shalom rice farm.
Yeah.
That's about 80 hectares, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you plant 80 hectares per year?
Yes, sir. And then the whole thing is I intend for do more, right? But look at the terrain. It's swampy and riverine. So we use big machine inside and
so I depend more on
manual labor.
Look at the people.
And then this manual labor is actually affected, right? Because we need appropriate machinery. Them big machines so we work inside and so we need appropriate machinery. So I do 80 hectares as at now, right? But I need for do more.
80 hectares will give you like how many tons or how many bags of rice per year? After every harvest?
For every 1 acre will get no less than 3 tons.
3 tons?
Yes.
For 1 acre?
Yes.
So they plant 80 hectares a year.
Yes.
And that place they would see already so. Let's say inland valley swamps, you're able to do like you're able to plant like twice in the year. Is that
Yes, it is possible. But first of all, we say Alliance are lazy. The workforce already don't shift. Then they're not on the sell arata poison. Then they're not on the sell funny things them. Either ride keke or kada. So it's more of aged people than they did. And the interesting thing is that they go to the farm, you hire them for go work, you get groups where they hire for go work. They know they reach the farm till 11 o'clock. 2 o'clock, they say then they go for go pray. That's the end of job. You go don't cook, pay them again. So for making able to do, them believe in farming once and for a year. But if we actually serious or feel ourselves as a nation, we can do 2 times. Now we get 2 regimes, 2 water regimes. Waiting plant once, now water. Right. Now, we get fresh water where they want about 7 months at the swamps. So if you get a variety where they do 2.5 to 3 months, you get the appropriate machinery and the right chemicals. By the time they polish one, you don't plow again, and then you put other seed. So before the freshwater regime they done, before they're able to harvest 2 term. And until we reach that stage, it will be difficult for Mr. Salon feed himself. So
from what you say, an assessment, proper assessment has not been take place before government conceived the idea for feeding the country as a flagship program. Because if they may do an assessment, more or less, for they go through that challenge they right now, where for depend for plant 1 term per year, instead of they do twice in the year. Other farmers as well, not for they depend for plant 1 term per year, therefore they do twice a year. Is that the case?
That's not the case. We say they not been do proper assessment. They did the assessment. But the one clear thing is that the mangrove swamp areas are forgotten. Provisions are not being made for the mangrove swamp areas. Pay attention, not they go there. And forgetting, say, that's a real bread basket for this country. The rice basket for this country.
The mangroves.
The mangroves. Because naturally, they are rich and fertile soils. We know even if properly the land is prepared well, properly plowed, you don't even need fertilizer. But now waiting to happen, the people are so lazy. You will even see grass still there at the surface, and they go plant rice. So the rest they compete with the grass, but yet still they do so much well. So get the appropriate machinery, turn that place there well. The grass of itself they turn to manure, added to the manure we already don't they na the ground. When you plant here under, the rest go far. Really
but if you look at this image, you see the irrigation system. It's natural irrigation.
Naturally irrigated. Sir.
Natural irrigation system.
Yes, sir.
But accessing machinery to the farm. Look at this plant. Natural irrigation system. Whereas other places, this is Cambia, Makot village.
Yeah, I know my name.
Whereas government kind of struggle for do like 5,000 hectares na Tomabom.
Yeah.
For do irrigation, proper irrigation at Tomabom. But this is already natural irrigation. Meaning, in this case, that for access the farm with the machineries, a big problem. So you're not going for do mechanized farming?
No, we're able to do mechanized farming. We can still use both them. You don't need big machines, like I say. We get what we call power tillers. And these power tillers are multi-purpose now. Chinese don't do so much well. Right. And you can plow, harrow, and also harvest for you. I just implement the art to the machine. They will do that, and they can also work at night. You get light for yourself. So always we need a proper assessment of these farms and see, because even the power tiller then they by sizes, which one will actually fit for the work yonder. Right. I try to get some, but they are actually not fit for the area. Right. So I try to get an expertise and see how best, which one they will really recommend we will work yonder. I will try to by next year and then see. Yeah. I don't get some kind of advice. So I try to by next year. Let's see if it works. If it works, then I think I'm going to expand on that.
You guys know they come to the Salon market?
They come. First of all, I'm not able to reach it the level who I want for that begin for process. Now, you had a look at processing. I know we begin produce rest today. And then on somebody can next month, the rest not there again, they don't know. I want to increase
production
within the kind side. I get over 200 farmers with the supply seed and some other implements. And then me also the farm, I get over 5 farms. You said it's in now the image. Right. So I want to see how best to go scale up production. So we the rest boku. By the time we the first harvest they done, the second harvest for done the kind side, supported by our farmers. Right. So presently, all the time they do, get me rest, give back to farmers. I will tell you this, yes, we don't make so much progress, but until that farmer, that peasant farmer, able to feed himself, we don't make progress yet. Then I get seed bank, loan them, then pay me back, I go collect. You know what's going to happen? That one they give me, why they go collect from them? That's their reserve. By the time the harvest in the farming season, they can rest not they again. They depend, they don't sell, they don't eat.
Because
so then they depend now on imported rice again for it. Right now, Makot village.
Outside then supposed to plant and feed themselves.
Yes, sir. Right. So then they depend on imported rice again. And now here comes the trick. If them come for plant, they come back to you. I don't come for me rest. That's what exactly the question they ask. I don't come back for me rest. So if them don't give 3 bushel, so okay, assuming say the fourth now 2 bushel in Migia, you pay back, you don't get 3 bushel. If they cannot can take this 3 bushel for go plant. So if you don't get that, you say no, they plant. So how then you able to feed Salone? We the ones themselves where they work the farm, you able to feed themselves. And need for get surplus. And waiting will give you that surplus is for increase the potential of our farmers. It's a lifestyle for them.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle.
How would do that? We'll come back shortly.
Okay, sir.
Let's talk to Alpha Yahya Mansari, the acting director of extension, the Ministry of Agriculture, where they're out of the country and they attend the conference. The president also mentioned, among several other things, say would all reduce importation of poultry products, egg, for example, by 10%, by about 10%. I used to buy, before government introduced feed salon, I used to buy 1 egg, for example, around 5-6 leons, one. Boil one or one, around 5-6 leons. It remains the same, any South I go for buy, at the same around 5-6 leons. What's in change? What's at the 10% reduction in terms of importation or in terms of local production?
Of course, His Excellency been very much clear on how he outlined the achievement they would make over the last couple of years, and this now within a very short time. So if you take away the time we will take for develop the strategy alone, and where the minister lead the technical team for put that strategy together and then hit the ground running. If you minus that time, we are talking about, possibly an year and a half. And given the strides we will make inside the last 2 years and the outputs they now will see, within the country, which is evidence-based, because we are not just saying these things, we are showing the evidence. You say you want to see the rest of the produce, yes, you will see the hectares of land cultivated in thousands across the country, key ecological zones them. You want to see the poultry farms them, also they establish them, they are visible. You see private sector people them, they establish, many poultry farms that we get, good stock when they produce eggs, in good number of eggs per day.
So whether the highest production per day, whether the highest production per day, because
it's the trade data. So these are data we get from evidence-based, what they see as how the business transactions then they go. Say yes, we are turning it over, rice import bills coming down, and then you can see it because you see what you do WFP as a model where we push, and then the egg the people that are the highest importer of eggs in the country, they know now say the game to change, even though we are talking about the price for egg, because that's how people they compare. They think say if egg production increase in the country, so the price for condom.
Yes.
They're not forgetting the fact say the egg we eat, if you value that in country in terms of its nutrient content, as compared to the egg when you come overseas, you still not paying the price we for pay for that egg there. Because if na egg would put in Holland, you're going to take nearly 2-3 months na the shelf before they ship and can salon. So you're talking about fresh organic egg, we just come on at the farm to big things like McKinney, come on at Bo, many other poultry areas them across the country. So we know the law know the access in terms of price to specific local commodities as regards to availability and imports in drop in prices of import, because the data clearly shows say yes, there is drastic reduction in the importation of course local eggs because local egg production don't increase in country. So this goes with a lot of number of other value chains them we prioritize under the feed salon strategy.
Okay, so when we talk about egg, we understanding now that when you talk say President Julius Maada also say we don't increase by 10%. So a quick clarification, the highest production level is around how many thousand birds per week or per month or per what specific period according to our measurement?
No, so I will not give you the actual statistics in terms of the turnover in terms of eggs from different poultries them, but it's clear you walk in the streets of Freetown, you go to the provinces, you'll see people marketing local eggs, and then there's clear indication from the data we'll get, the number of poultry farms them we emerge since the time we launched the Feed Salon initiative, and then people confidence get boosted because now there is a poultry feed mill, every day in a salon, so which was a critical challenge for poultry farmers then, because in poultry the birds them they need food, so most of the poultry they were closed over the years. That was their problem. They're not able to get feed. We said a mechanized center for processed feed. Then they go to other countries, then they go buy feed. So when we get the feed mill established, you see everybody now they come into the poultry business, whether they are doing it at backyard farming, they are doing at small scale, at industrial scale, and this all they add to the flow of eggs in the market. So if we get the data now, it's coming out clear that egg importation also the drop. I know people have challenge with the prices, but we're telling people that you are eating fresh egg. If you go, you compare the egg where you come up from outside and the egg where you eat, as there's a premium where egg where you eat in a salon. Of course, you don't get premium price for them because you're just matching with what's in the import eggs also the price of the import egg in the market. So these are clear indicators that we are moving. There are more people coming into the space, more private sector people coming, so that we can just change this whole egg and frozen product in this country.
Unlike eggs, Alpha, unlike eggs or poultry products, rice, when as Sierra Leoneans we staple food, you hardly see the locally grown rice, the barabara, what have you, parboiled rice when as Salonion at the market. The few side away some people don't see them, then say the price almost more than double the imported rice in your price. The few people we don't able to see them, we able to access them. And then they come with some very huge costs, like 2,000 or more than 2,000 for 150 kilogram of local rice bag. So I will go on for say we have increased production, where the price will no one for match the price with what we say.
Yeah, so in terms of rice, of course we all know Sierra Leoneans, we are high, we're eating rice. That's our major staple. The data they show say one Sierra Leonean they eat over 3-4 bags of rice per year. So that means there's huge demand for rice in the country. So in terms of displaying rice in the local market, I don't agree with you. You go to the market, you go to Dovecot, go to all the markets, small or big, you'll see, massive display of our local rice, in the market. We can talk about, you see them at the shops then. We for March the import rice in the shops then in Freetown or other bigger towns. But in terms of the visibility.
And why that not the case? Why that not the case? We don't see them. We don't see them. They compete with the imported rice at the shop. Them. Why that not the case, sir?
Yeah. So we are moving. It's a gradual process. Yeah. And let's all accept that. So we're grappling with. We want for increased production. We want for increased production. We want for add value. Production and productivity, increase the unit, the yield per unit area, get good seeds then, so that farmers then at the end of the day, we talk about all this price in business, then we're able to increase and we're able to cultivate and get more at the farms rather than waiting that they get to right now, we will begin to, okay, can you reduce your price? Because the input cost when the farmer they go through, of course, the private sector man will sit down at the studio will tell you the investment what they make for cultivate 1 hectare, and at the end you harvest and then you expect the farmer for can sell in rest just like the imported rice because they don't put the price down. And you do also not forget say now high value rice now you eat fresh from the farm as compared to rest where you don't in one of them countries that would import rice from. For many years, because in store management, they say first in, first out. And then if they don't get full self-sufficiency, they will not give us rice in a saloon. Now that they understand. So the rest they will get here in terms of price, we don't even pay for them right now the way we for pay for them. But given the fact that there is a lot of subsidies where government they put in, for support farmers then, that make it see at least we price of rice per kg. Whether it's 50 kg, whether it's per kg, they within that range there. But everybody asks the question, one, they ask say, where are the farms? Are we scaling up production? Yes, we don't respond. Thousands and thousands of hectares each year for the last 2 years we cultivate. Then they ask, where the rest? Yes, we don't begin show the rest. They are feeding 270,000 children with salo rest, with rest where them grown as salo. They are putting over $3 million. Now farmers in pocket na salary, the country don't save over $15 million over the time just from reduction of importation of rice. So these are the discussions then we will for the get as we move forward. We're adding value because for less Sierra Leonean people that eat with rest, we need for add value for the rest. You see, we don't deploy high level processing machinery across the districts then. More coming up to make sure say in terms of quality. We know we therefore compete. We are ready to face a lot of competition with the imported rice. But we focus, we want to improve production, productivity, add value, so that we able to make sure say we Sierra Leonean people then consume with rice and change that dynamics at the end of the day. So it will be left now with them an option, whether to go buy rice we don't take 10 years na store before they count and to you, or you want to go buy rice we then just pull them na mamulo, then count at the store, we fresh. We're highly nutritive for let you get a very good system at the end of the day when you consume them.
Okay. I'll come back to you shortly, Alpha. Mr. Kagbo, Alpha talk about the inputs in cultivating 1 hectare, for example. Yeah. Give me some rough estimate of, they do 80 hectares.
Yeah.
80 hectares, one per year.
Yes, sir.
Just give a rough estimate of how 1 hectare will look like.
Regardless, say the input for farming at that end is really high. You pay one person 30,000 for day.
30 loans for day?
Yeah, 30 loans for day.
One person?
Yes, and then they go to So then go na farm by 11 to 2.
For the waiting?
That how the work done so.
You mean for wash or for harvest?
For harvest now, or for dig or whatever work they ready for go do.
Okay, let's take them by stage. By stage. You know, you get planting, you get stages. You get
plowing.
You get plowing.
Yeah. Well, first you start with washing because we not get the multi-purpose herbicides for killing grass and then before then turn them. So we start by washing. You pay them.
Manually?
Manually, yeah. They wash manually. Then you pay them. Then you come to plowing. You pay them. You come to harrowing. You pay them. And then...
for each stage, 30 litres per person?
That not for one day.
For one day?
Yes. You will get hundreds. At
so
most you get
plowing
200
costs
people.
30 litres per person?
Washing.
For one day?
Washing. Yes.
Plowing.
Harrowing. Yeah, they planting. First, you go uproot and then you transplant. These are things, these are costs you incur. And then moving, you seed from Musai Nosh. First, they pay people then for uproot.
For transplant?
No, for uproot and wash. You don't, this place, okay, you congest it, they put the rest together, make it choke. So you get for wood and back. So that you go plant and then outside the transplant. So for wood stand, you get for pay. For transporter, you get for pay. And then for go plants, you get for pay. Right. So there are times you even lost count of what you spend. Because these are expenses where you can just can't like that. So you go therefore scout out and get money. So okay, make a give. Now they don't go uproot the rest. They need for plants. If they're not plants and they rot in your hand. Right. So who want this money for do this? So you have to, and there are times you just forget what you do. But sincerely, the input really expensive, right? And so,
at the end, is that the reason why make you say you they try for replenish force until such a time where you know say you need for make your rest become available at the market?
Yeah, that's one. We they lost the workforce every day. It keep reducing.
The workforce.
The workforce. When they work, they keep reducing. They think I say this in company don't don't ride bike. By the next day you go to big tape, you go to fine jeans. This is we say, which side they still don't have village here for? Say they all come to the city. And then so the workforce they reduce. But
so
you can't go.
It is not a lucrative, it's not an attractive area anymore.
It's attractive if
because the president encourage all Sierra-Leoneans, especially young people and women, for increase the number into the sector. Yeah. And your account now they say we they lost the workforce more or less to some other things we're not productive.
Yes,
meaning agriculture not attractive and not productive.
Agriculture attractive, and we actually get for make them more attractive if we do the right thing. Now, manual farming, it's too hard. And like for plow yonder, first of all, the poto they catch you above your ankle, right? So for making even hasty foot, that's energy. For making hasty hoe, that's energy. And so the people in the eat. So they partner kind labor, they go get 30 million per day. And here just come somebody with all right keke, and go get 100 million per day.
When I relax, they relax.
Yes, now relax, they relax. So what you feel? Which are they can't kill myself now for? So let me go. So here comes in mechanized farming, especially for mangroves. That are the side that we're actually lacking. And if we're actually be able to concentrate on them, whilst the other side and they develop, we concentrate on mangroves, give them the appropriate machinery, the appropriate chemicals, and the necessary support, then I've been go for it.
Are there one or two experts that say, Cambia alone, in fact, Mambo chiefdom alone, don't do for feed salon on we own staple food when I rest?
Of course, sir. Then they been on the happen.
Mambo one chiefdom alone first at Cambia, not the entire Cambia.
Now then they moved me for going to farming. Meet with my colleagues, we come off from that end. I say, which one are they wasting our time for now? Growing up as a small boy, rest of the this Mambolo, Walares. Walares is from Cambia. So now this Walares, 9 people in there waiting. I work in a rice mill, and then most of the rest at the end, then they come out. That's the reason that they do. Let's go into that place. The swamps and still, they say then they went for a walk and then see now say no, let's invest into this one. So whatever little resources that they get now, they put, say, okay, let me do this kind of thing. Then I can find out, say, the challenge here is now labor, right? So the labor then I will get a challenge here now. There with chemicals, but I get some crabs now this end way they eat the rest. But nevertheless, the rest they do well in the mangroves. So with this water regime, they will be able to change them. I mean, talk something why Sierra Leoneans, or you know, they see the rest, or Sierra Leoneans, they know they eat this wala rest. First of all, it been day. Sierra Leoneans, me growing up, one rest will be no, na be salo rest. Or no like with my rest. The salo rest heavy na belly, where you eat and go there with you all day. Unlike the weight my rest. And the highly nutritious.
Get some health benefits.
Yes, highly
nutritious.
nutritious.
As well.
Yeah, highly nutritious. So, but we begin careless palm farming. We make rest begin shorting, they will begin fall into imported rice. So this imported rice can sweet we now more than we own rest. So now make get plenty homes we know they eat we own rest. But for Cambia, why? A lot of rice they come on Cambia. But you know what? Because of little or no support with farmers and they get, actually they benefit. Now Guinea. Guineans come before the...
Before you go to Guinea,
yeah.
But President Bio mentioned the issue of matching grants. They give grants to farmers and they give support to farmers.
Yeah.
So who can be another benefit from that?
No, well, people in the benefits, but me not benefit.
Part of the inputs from the government for support farmers, for letting them scale up.
Yeah, that's true. Well, then people in the way they benefit. I'm talking about million.
Oh, people in the way they benefit.
Yeah, people
so meaning unpick then they unpick or select.
No, I don't think so. Then get the criteria where they use for select, would I forget or would I not forget, and maybe we'll get later on, right? But this is the situation. So people in the way they get, and then maybe we only come in later on, or whatever happens. But first of all,
because if they say this, I know it's same from several other farmers where they say we only the Duam more. Someone for Duam, but the way they complain about some of these issue of labor and they're not even think for venture into Duam. Yeah. They know how much it will get for cost them, and in the end, they end up at losses.
Yeah, it is true, right? But the whole thing is going to farming. You will first of all get the interest. Going to farming, forget the interest. But you know you purpose, the passion, and they drive you for going to farming. Now, within my own passion for going to farming, how can we, including me, as a Sierra Leonean, now with my race, now with my and they feed me, with the kind ground we God give we, with the kind weather or climate we God give we? No, it's an insult. We don't see where Ukraine and Russia, they begin fight. It affects we. The Middle East, they ferment. What if we explode? What will happen with we? That means we go starve and die. I think this should be the drive for every Sierra Leonean. I should go into farming, not for any other thing. Now, yeah, plenty of people they don't come up, then they do farming. Waiting bring into farming. Is it the passion that's salon for feeding self, or because I get support? The challenge here is that we've been getting green revolution. One part we're going up, one part the farming program or project where I meet up green revolution. It's all over the place, and everybody became a farmer. When green revolution died, farmers died. The farms so they do not day again. And these projects are coming in for support you, for push you, who say not be able for reach, or make you reach there, and then able to team up for yourself. And waiting the cause that are the passion, the drive, where I want to do this. And now if you can get little support, then I'm going to do more.
Okay, before I come back to Alpha Yamasa, you talk say Guinea and then the benefits.
Yes, sir.
For una way the plants in Cambia.
Cambia, yeah, especially.
You say Guinea the benefits.
Yes, sir.
How?
Now, at the start of the farming season, the farmer, they want money. I don't explain to you about the challenges in getting the workforce. So they want money from where they go start their work. Then business people from Guinea, they count money. If they buy the bushel, 300,000, within the harvest, then count money, they dangle them before you. I get 200,000 for one bushel, yes. You want money? Mm-hmm. You should take her because you have work. Right. Take 10 bushel, 20 bushel money. You do your work. As they know, say harvest time they come, they don't count them bags.
You can see the weight.
Oh yeah. As you harvest and they collect a slow and go again. I just don't fail one place in the call and Katema. You will believe say bike safe no they go there, commercial bike no they go there.
Again,
Salon, Uskan Guinea. Kambia, Katima village. Oh my goodness. This farmer gets here and market very small. But I go see na Katema. It's
when a small village.
They are just a house. They're like a family we go settle there. Right.
And bike
but if you see the bike safe no they go there except now you get her. Because that's still pumps given in the use. So if they back you get for candong a worker force course, then before you go, right.
So I go take farm so implement them for good at the farm.
Now pass you use boat. Right. Pass you use boat for make you use them for go. Right. Pass you use boat for user for course they for go. Right. So waiting it happen. Guineans come with their boats, give money, take the rest and go. So this is what is happening, right?
And that place
so
they closer to Guinea.
Yeah, they're closer to Guinea, but it's inside Sierra Leone, but more even inside Sierra Leone, and then we can able for utilize that. Not far from Port Loko, can be at all. So then, if at all we concentrate and see how best we able to harness all these areas for Canada, always in need. The people that need money than they work.
So
I've started
access
that.
to
You give the,
access to the farms is a problem. Access to the markets from the farm is also a problem.
Access to finance is not the greatest problem. Access to finance.
Okay, I'll put some of the issues also forward to Alpha. Alpha, you read this issue of access to finance, access to labor, and then farming implements and machines, way more or less than the drive for enhance or scale up agricultural produce into the market. And President Julius Maada Bio, extended in analysis in that regard, including, for example, providing grants, free money to farmers. And here we hear from Victor at the studio as a farmer, kind of a different story.
Yeah, so what I also want for, we also give kudos to Victor. Victor done into the farming system for a very long time. And we won't forget Victor and type. These are the kind private sector players the way we won't forget Nasalu. We won't forget thousands and thousands of Victor deploy along the Mambolo stretch so that we help them for do farming correctly. It's no secret. Finance critical for agriculture. If you don't get money, you don't go get access to food seeds. If you don't get money, you don't get access to mechanization services. You know, and so these are the things that what we don't say we are pushing forward. And when we set with strategic pillars, then we are clear. Access to finance is key for just lose all them tight knots them. As we private sector people are always, the yarn for. And we are
but President Bio say free money there for farmers, for support farmers. In fact, at some point, money there will be lodged in a bank of Salon where they forgive farmers.
Innovative. We are doing different financing scheme with farmers. We have the 10 million credits. We get the $10 million credit we seated at the bank of Sierra Leone based on the model we use. All that need don't go. We also have the credit scheme we will use for the microfinances, the FSAs then at the district then at the chiefdoms then. So speaking to Mambolo, we able to get an innovative financing system where over thousands of farmers then benefit from fertilizer alone within the Mambolo and Kichom axis. We expose them to financial scheme at the bank, then give them loan as fertilizer for go cultivate their fields. These are the initiatives that
and more than money they have to clarify for Alpha.
Sorry. Say finance, it's not about the money. It's not about counting just the paper and giving to the private sector or the farmer. By and large, a farmer also na Mambolo na a private sector. So we use the word private sector. It just depend on the scale, at which way you do your own farming. So that farmer say probably do 2-3 hectares. Na Mambolo on a kitchen, a private sector.
But would they say more of the people we don't get access to them money than they now like we President Bio announced let all man go let people them go farm and then the minister them and other heads of government parastatals They don't go take their money then and the one that we actually, like what Victor said, the one that we get the passion and don't into the farming for some time, we know waiting for do and how for feed we, then don't left out of the entire loan or grant scheme. The one that we actually, because of program then kind side, now they don't get the money.
The narrative very, very wrong. This is one financing model where if you come back to we as a minister, the minister they bought in head right now for see how best it can go again for another shot. And he want to take that model forward ever since, because now one of the best financing model we don't work for we as a ministry, because we see the output at the end of the day. It's not about who you give the money, it's about what we want for let do the money. And these private sectors we are guided. We not go to the bank, what's in the due diligence with bank one. No, that was not our concern. Our concern, minister said, if you want to take these loans, use it in this priority value chain, because now we get the bottlenecks them. One for do well on rice, one for do well on maize, one for get more post-harvest machines than for can, because we are increasing land under cultivation every year, and you need machines than for can harvest the rice. So people will take that credit today. I will tell you, we are amazed with what we see so now. You see them take credit now. We have 5 machine rings added to the original machine rings that we don't get. Expanding cultivations for farmers. We see the first poultry mill, feed mill for poultry out of that loan they establish in Sierra Leone. We see private sector people, then go take money, then go buy fertilizer in Holland. We are not blending fertilizer currently. These are all the things that we add to the input cost for farmers, because we know they blend fertilizer, pass fertilizer from Holland. There are private sectors where go take fertilizer, go buy fertilizer in Holland. They are supporting farmers currently in Sierra Leone. So the narrative about who takes the money, who gets the money, that's not a real issue. The issue is the outputs are there, they are there to be seen, and then they impact the sector at the end of the day. You see what they happen na Makeni with Seratech. See what they happen na Kono in terms of the mechanization services that will happen this year. So now that lens there we look at them. It's not about who gets the money, because plenty private sector they don't get money, they don't misuse them. And we are not going down that lane again. And we don't change the whole narrative and the whole direction how we go in terms of private sector accessing, whether in a credit scheme or whether in a grant scheme. You know, I know we are acting tough, the minister is acting tough, but people for bear with you, because the kind trajectory they move so, and now they are seeing all the impact at the end of the day. Not that the private sector will take money, where you go say, who say you invest this money, you don't get anything for show you. Now we can count 10, 15 private sector and tell you, say, this is where the money taken from the bank, the investor, and you see the results, and you see the output where the farmer and they get at the end of the day.
And you read the account of Victor, say most of what's in they produce for them, for example, like Cambia, that Mambula Axis or Cambia generally, they lost some to Guinea.
Yes, we're aware of that fact, and I make we strategy very clear, pillar 3 very clear. We not be able to aggregate. We're not able to aggregate. We're not able to add value and process. That was our critical challenge. And then we say no. We not go for account for production at this country. And I tell people many side where they make statement. We are exporting rice to Guinea. Many people they say okay, no, who side the tax they go and all this stuff, but I know whether it's illegal or whatever.
Smuggled.
We know say who chunk of our rice they go Cambia, and what we do strategically, the minister pilot this and say now let's deploy an aggregation system within the Cambia zone, within that cluster, for local Cambia district. See the result we'll get. We've mopped up over 70 to 100,000 bags of rice. This rest the they go on the other side. It's just a model, because what the minister is saying, now model we want show. Now that we don't show this model, say WFP can aggregate over 2,000 metric tons of rice from local farmers. SLPMC can do this. So we want other private sector for come on board and say, not only on cultivation, not only on setting up, harvesting or bringing more harvesters for harvest the rice, how to get at any stress. How to account for our in-country, and so that we will able to use the policy we don't develop for feed the institutions, as just like how we do with the schools. At the end of the day, you see the result is 30 to 40% reduction in terms of waiting WFP in the import for feed we homeschool picking in country. It's impacting families, it's impacting lives, because everybody, they all naturally local farmers there you go. Victor, no, the change right now would happen within the localities then, who side the work, because now from there they buy the rice from the farmers their hand at the end of the day. You see, so we know say that I make Gambia and Port Loko district, that's where the SAPs in there for day. It's a high level agro-processing cluster. You know all the area there, na Katonga, na Kichom, na Mambolo. This is the belt. And then we therefore deploy the required machine services, the required processing facilities, for make sure say we trap all the rest and get adequate financing so that then we will buy the rest and then support farmers there at the end of the day. And after our farmers then cultivate, then we will uptake from farmers then, you know, so that we can support the institutions then and reduce the high importation of rice where we still try for cut down. So the number we will say yes, we are comfortable enough now for move forward.
Mr. Kagbo, una get milling system na Gambia?
Yes,
the entire Gambia.
Within that, within Rio area, we get small mills. Them
industrial milling. We're not getting industrial milling.
No, well,
because by now we'd expect say
then gets one.
Amakeni Highway?
No, not Amakeni. Within that Gambia, the outside farm we own side.
Outside Mambolo Chiefdom.
Yeah, right. Then get. I think there are plans to install one at Mambolo. Right, but presently gets individuals we get small machine there. We're not doing the
and not sufficient if at all we want for do. We want to get sufficient amount of rice, whether we staple food as a country, as a people.
Yeah, and then, but if it pass mark again, then it will be a lucrative business, it will be a better business. Because if I burn this amount of fuel for run this machine, they only get one bushel for bit, for make I go clean or 1 bag or 5 bags for bit, then I know we pull the fuel money, then it becomes a problem. Right.
Well, we get plenty rest farmer them another cluster there. Yeah, Alpha they talk about the number of people where they plan for
put together for cluster into one center. Yeah, it is true. They also get for think about proximity. Now you install a rice mill. Now just for explanation sake, you install one
a Mambolo.
People from Makot and the surrounding villages will find it difficult to even come down there. Because first now what side they use, right? That's the easiest access for each day, and it will cost you money to make you go down there.
And not so
sincerely,
not so machine
Mambolo tongue of itself. Mambolo tongue of itself. It's not a farming town.
A business
Mambolo,
center?
Yeah, it's a business center. It's the chiefdom headquarter town, so everybody comes there for do whatever. So if you really want to reach here, you want to really reach for help the farmers, you have to look for Usai, easily accessible, and Usai then they do the business.
But I thought the ministry gets records of the
well, they get all that. Yeah, they make the explanation.
Una database?
Yeah,
you, for example?
Yeah. I'm registered with Ministry of Agriculture, right, and then also the community. Right.
Yet you experience these challenges?
Yeah, why they experience these challenges? They don't work everybody at the same time.
Okay.
They are dishing out. You know, we get everybody at the same time and they get things where they look for. Maybe we want to not reach it or we not qualify it so make it will get. That's no case, right? As long as we are improving, and like I say, the passion for going to agriculture, it's not about the money. It's about us, me making an effort for able to feed yourself as a nation. Country no go first, then the country no get cold, then I really can sneeze for the night. No. Then we get them sneeze, make them get them cold day. But let me eat now and sleep in confidence.
You mean like it happened during COVID, where all country, all man locking?
All man locking, even districts they lock themselves. Right, so you know even they get access for. See when I not be the go-to, I know people get access to it and also pass manage what you get. Right, so that's the issue.
Okay.
That's my drive. So whether I get support or not get support, I'm going to work.
That's passion, true passion. Yeah, Alpha, what else we need for do as people, this country, I mean, for level feed we serve? Because Victor don't cites the issue of the draining level of the workforce, when they largely we don't use for the into the farm, in the absence of mechanized farming or upscale mechanized farming. So meaning we will therefore continue for witness such or continue for experience such as we move forward? Because the appropriate and sufficient amount of machines not even available for serve the available number of farmers.
Yeah, so before I come back to this, so I just also in Cambia and Mambolo now we have high level processing machines then just don't put them on. You go to Kitchum now, you have a 15 metric ton rice milling machine. High quality. You go Mambolo now, you will get a 15 metric ton rice milling machine. High level. The one in there, then just don't put them on. They not begin process receipt. But you see the Sakata rice mills they will deploy now na Cambia. One day na a cooperative what they call Takilene, and there's another one also na Cambia too. Now they then process their receipt, we standard bureau pass feed, collect and feed with picking in a school. So it means we at least we are deploying these high level machines across. Right now, I'm telling you, there is another rice processing mill coming up in Potloko. This now farm, now private sector will access the credit facility. They put 30 metric ton rice milling machine inside Potloko. We are doing all this. We know say people are going to say, why would not put all the rice mills now within that cluster? We know what in that cluster they can do. We know the kind of rest where the common that cluster there. So we need to make sure say we match. At the end of the day, we match the level of rice when it come out to the processing. Because no one anybody tell me say, or farmer tell me say, go and I will process me rest. Now make a care and go give me. So we are making every effort, encouraging the private sector. This not a small machines they will give you, where the rice mills they will deploy and Victor knows that. Not a small rice mills they will give farmers and at the community there. These are high level. Where the one that will go eat the rest when the picking and they eat in a school now just for test them, they know say it match every standard, you know, in terms of internet.
Oh, get poor network that experienced with Alpha in line from wherever they, but we'll continue for connect time as and when we get them. So looking now at the trend, yes, Kagbo. You'd imagine Usa you plan for in the next 5 years, yeah, correct? Yes. Or let's say in the next 2 to 3 years, under this feed salon. Yeah. You know about feed salon. You know about the initiative itself. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They come, come at the work. I've been not beginning work before feed salon. Right, and so we come, come.
If we accomplish this, we for feed yourself, what do we need? Yes.
Now, first of all, the attitude of we Sierra Leoneans. The first thing we need to do is that let me see farming as a business. We don't miss out completely. Farming is being taught in schools and universities, but we're not ever able for practice. Now, within the Chichmina NATC Chala, farming as business. Anytime you go on a farm, you for time yourself. And when you harvest, you get paid for that. You calculate all the timings and see what you're able to forget. The inputs, you pull them. And the profit you left, see and say, this is a profit. And so you see how to improve our next step. Until you implement this kind of system at the schools, make the picking then know, say, there's money in farming. I think now that first point, you don't get it wrong. Initially, before now, me go primary school, even my own chiefdom, now women they win the best school for corn production. The best.
Yeah,
right.
With the
practicals. Yeah, right. So, but now it's not practicals. There. No, not there.
They go plant corn, yes, and one or two other things. Our school now is school garden.
So now, look, we get schools we right from primary school. First we go there.
But not the schools inside Freetown and then major big towns.
No. Out now the poor visitors.
Because they're not going to
because now then they move say for Canada the cities. So you need for keep them there. How they keep them, they teach them from school. The first thing you need for to make a plant a tree. A tree crop. Plant one. For sure say, I be attend this school. Now me tick this. And name the tick, even if it's mango tick. Name it after Victor Carbo. They know say this mango stick now Victor been planted. So me picking them for calm and then can say I'm been planted. And whatever commodity they go to the school. By class 3 or 4.
You mean an economic thing?
Yeah. We get a lot of waste. Travel from here to McKinney. Vast land in there. Forget a factory in each of the district here. You know what they do? Agriculture know the area here, which actually the fits. You said 3 crop fits there, it did there. Usai vegetables fits there. Make every district plant, not only for the eat a commercial basis. Like area then the way na mango no more they do well there. And plant all over mango. No matter how they eat, plenty they left for support the factory. So first of all, they cut down on hunger.
So you mean that they for not start?
Now they start. Now they for start. We still not get our wrong yet. Now we see how the rain they come. The climate change favor is small. Now October they can rain like July. So this how for tap into them. So now let's go to the schools. Make the picking begin plant at class 4. Take them. Make it good. Make it interest for go dig, weed, look after the plant. Calculate all in timings. Tell her make it harvest. Tell her make it sell. We sell is okay, bring the money come. So tell me we can work. Now this not the money. Now so government say for pay somebody for work. You work for 20 hours. Now this farm for make you go harvest. These 20 hours, how many days and then you calculate her, you pull the money, put her aside. The implement, the input to put, you pull the money, put her aside. Then the one way they left, this now young profits this. That became begin some money there. You know they tell her next year for plant. And they go interest. You know now say this school where they go, they get money out of her. So every year, make sure say plant one crop. So by the time they done primary school, you don't imbibe in them. There are no need for going at home. Because I even they make money while going to school. Go to secondary school, you upgrade them. Make it try for specialize. Then go to university, you specialize. Then, work you get so. So you not even need for begin the scout for work. Right from there, you can go to your farm and then make money. I think let's begin that way. That's the way they sit down for read. Now, would they read for pass, for get grade? But that grade will never use on no side. Because when they read safe, you know, where you come out school, not to eat the meat in our workplace. So why make you not go do the practical? And then make you get something out of her. Right.
All right. So let's go back to Alpha and say we don't get back on the line. Alpha, so Victor they say here that we still not get them wrong yet. We can still go back and then we can still use this method and get them right. Go back to what we used to do before. Take agriculture, make them a priority or core subject at the curriculum, at the school curriculum from primary school, and then we start to practicalize what actually we want to achieve from the school level. Ministry of Agriculture, no, they work with other line ministries, especially education, for make sure that this go back to what we use for see before or practice, or is it part of the plan?
I know. Sorry, I was cut off. I know this technical issue. So back to before I come on how we are taking this thing to the schools for ensure say them on board fully, like where the time we will be in a school. We know say without mechanization, we know there is no two way about it. We need for mechanized agriculture. Victor knows that very well. Even though now in ecology way they work on the mangrove, you know we will use them other high level tractors them for work day. It gets you tailored machines there. And we are trying very hard for accounts for them. They will make sure so we get private sector people there. We go cow their machines then they we go work on their ecologists then they. Because now the situation is so fine we say. We are talking about 3 ecologists or 4 major ecologists we transcend across we rice production boats then. So you need for cater for all the ecologists and they. So now a complex situation we get into. You need for cater for the river rally. You need for cater for the mangrove ecology. You need for cater for the inland valley swamp. You need for cater for the bony land. Then all the machine requirements is different.
So why would not be done do this assessment earlier for we don't know what we need? Why would not be done do all this assessment before?
I know technical people know that the complexity of it. Of course, Victor knows very well. And I make you say, let's develop the inland valley swamps. Let's do more of the inland valley swamp. You know, they only address climate change issues, but they make sure say you do production sustainable one. We say let's do the irrigation. We are doing irrigation in Mambolo and in Gundapi and Tomabo. We are also going to do irrigation in Mambolo and Kichom. We are doing a scheme so that we do Boli land irrigation system. So that inside the Boli land, we not only cultivate the wanted. We know the mangrove ecology gets a unique characteristic. It gets your own way for plants day. What we are doing for the mangrove ecology now to make sure so we get the right varieties then. Victor knows how he struggle with the varieties then at the mangrove ecology. And now make you see we are working very closely with Slurry right now to make sure say the varieties they don't release. We will try the another ecologists and they will see which one way adaptable, we will resist whatever issues them, where the ecologists then will come back to the seeds they will deploy. Doing this irrigation with a model, we are setting a model. Government will do 75,000 or 30,000 irrigation scheme. The Ministry of Agriculture will do that before we set the model. 5,000 irrigation, if it works, then any private sector can come and run with them. Because we don't set the specification, all the technical things, then they are working, we don't start, then we just can't follow. Because there are 30 to 50,000 stretch of land for doing massive irrigation. If we get that done, just cultivation now with a focus farm and add value at the end of the day. So there are different ways we are moving towards. It's about getting the refined machine services. We know reach days because every day people in the car into the fold. You have private sector coming, they don't have machines. They rely on the machine strength we'll get. For put pressure on the machine strength we'll get so that they will access and do more, or put more land under cultivation. Other farmers then, since they make the call, everybody, journalists then, pressmen, everybody they come out, they want to do farming. What thing I tell you, they don't go get the youth man again at the village for do hoe and cutlass. No, they rely on machines, power tillers and tractors. So that make when you get more private sector like from the credit scheme we launch, then don't add to the machinery services, which is a big boost for us. You know, for which the mechanization scheme go before.
Alpha, so I remember in 20
on our agenda.
I remember
now, on the youth. You see, recently with the Minister of Strategic Thinking, we launched the first youth institute in Sierra Leone, where we get youths them from schools. We have to catch them very, very young now. We know the issues now within a salon in terms of the challenges they will be faced with youth. It's none of their fault, but we will try as much as possible now at schools. These youths they write essays how to solve the critical problem for how we get food security in the country and at the world at large. You see powerful essays that come from them youths today. Two youths they emerge victorious. It's sad though the minister know will count them youths today now this forum because of some few challenges. But then they can interact with other youths them across the world where them countries that they face similar challenges them for solve food security issues. Say we have youth in Sierra Leone, students in schools, where able design solutions then, put forward solutions then, and to partners, to private sector people say you can do this, and then we can get good results out of it. So we're not averse to that. We're pushing. We are doing our high-level sensitization. We therefore reach now all schools everywhere. This now one thing about the Feed Salary Initiative. Now one thing where it resonates among all Sierra Leoneans. And then the good thing that nobody will tell you say this is not a good call. So we need to pick from that point and make sure say we push hard and sensitize people. Not say when I say feed salary, it's not about government coming to do the work or the Ministry of Agriculture they can't do the farming. It's about you for go do the farming. The Ministry of Agriculture creates through government the enabling environment for you. Like we'll make sure farm will have kitchen and man will get access to inputs. Fertilizer from the bank.
All right.
We are doing it with other areas, with other farmers.
5%.
Farmers then they can receive grant scheme with UNDP and Islamic Development Bank on post-production activities for rice, because we know say in as much as we increase production, those are the critical challenges that we need the stores there, we need the small rice mills there, the processors there. Women farmers, then they access grants them for let them make sure say they address them problems then they within the communities.
Alpha, 5% import duty they currently for the last 2 years on imported rice. Where that 5% they will then collect the tax for go into the agricultural sector for support local farmers for let them grow and develop. But if the farmers they continue for struggle, they continue with this struggle, then it means say that money they know they work, that tax they will collect on imported rice, when a majority of Sierra Leoneans they eat right now. Even at the village outside in the plants, Victor don't mention say the worker themselves, now the imported rice and they eat. So if the 5% not look the reflect, then they begin wonder outside the money they go. And then 10% of the national budget, now I mean government we don't say they go into the agricultural sector. So when you put all land in it together, by now we'd expect some huge progress for to happen. Correct?
Yeah,
2 years on.
I agree with you. We in terms of the tax, of course the 5% was levied. Of course there was a push for letting increase them to 10%. 5% very, very small. You talk to other people now, other countries, in terms of the kind push, the kind way we want to go, you are talking about 5%, and very, very small money at the end of the day, given the kind of vision where the minister they move with. So in terms of farmers getting access to loans, so many things where will they roll out, so many support where will give smallholder farmers then. We know one for stay in a position for do that because it's not sustainable. And that make we try for link with private sectors then, with farmers and to private sector entities. Just like what we do with PC and Sons. Because a model where they don't do the high level onion or mechanization in Alunge, they are linking private sectors and to that family and the most sustainable model that. Victor linked to smallholder farmers. These are the models. It's not about government or Ministry of Agriculture providing these finances to smallholder farmers. You link them. At the end of the day, we have our rural finance, scheme where they provide financing. Yes, the money not do. There is liquidity issue. Government not able to give you all the money we want. Of course, we know the issues of where they are the country in terms of liquidity, the tight physical space. We agree with that. But to me, money is not all. Like what Victor will say, it's about the will. You can get the money if you don't have strategic direction, you don't have the platform set. There's no way you can move forward with your agricultural activity. So money is one side, which is it's a massive game changer for unlock the challenges the way they. But it's not okay say now no one the only thing where private sector people they need, all farmers they need. You get the money, you don't get good seeds. You still produce 1 metric tons per hectare. Not compared to that person in India, where we do 10 metric tons per hectare. And that make it go sell the rest slow because it gets more from in fields.
Okay.
So there are various of things they will address, in one go. Because we look at food security now, you are not working with one problem and then left out other problem there because all the problems then need to be solved so that you move at the pace where you want to move.
Quick one.
In terms of farmers getting access to credit, getting access to, we've just launched the weather support to farmers. 1,500 farmers, getting confidence that if they have bad weather, they have somewhere for get a leverage at the end of the day. These are the things these are also a model, a pilot what we do so that other people can come grab them and run with them at the end of the day.
Quick one, what would you expect for new into the Feed Salon initiative moving forward in the coming years? Different from what already that happened for scale up production and then exports. When I say, exports don't also increase, especially in the tree crop industry, cocoa, cashew, and coffee. So what would you expect for moving forward in the coming years?
Yeah, we want for like the president clearly say, it's a mandate, it's a tax. You need to sustain this, because one thing about food security, if Victor farm this year, next year no farm, it's square one. So we move at a pace where we would in a very good equilibrium at the end of the day. Say every year we are producing at this scale. And we know we'll do that if we not build the infrastructures they need. We not get the irrigation systems they right. We not get the inland valley swamps they right. We not develop the bowly lands them. So that we know say we can account for every year. We know say we'll do this number of hectares of land under cultivation. We will reduce the number of importation or the import, because we are still grappling with this 35% of stop importing of rice in country. Vis-a-vis the quantity of rice when they produce in country at the end of the day. And just that small difference that we are fighting, you know. But a good chunk of the rest, now Victor, the producer, he knows that huge chunk of putting people in it. You will say yes, then they will sell an Guinea because they attract high price there. When they sell, then they can buy the low white rice. So this is all about also behavior change. How we go back to them people and communicate to them, say, eat what you produce because this is healthy. At the end of the day, no one also suffer, you produce the rest, because a Guinean you can buy an iron 1,500 per bag, then you can go buy that imported rice just 600 yuan with very low quality and get sick at the end of the day, you farm the other year.
Okay.
So moving forward with now sustainability at the end of the day, that's our thinking. Getting all these pillars then, you know, moving at the end of the day for make sure we get at that level where we don't go deep, you know, and in a situation where we begin to do all the institutional activity we want for them, and you know, build the infrastructure that we want for them, you know, in terms of the value chains that we will try for support.
Thank you very much, Alpha Yahya Mansaye, for your time, joining us all the way from
Thank you very much.
On the line there. And I'm the Director of Extension and Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Mr. Kagbo, well, quickly before you left, or before we close this conversation, which you look forward to, like any other farmer as well, would look forward, moving forward with this feed salon, for the feed we serve as a country, as a people?
I think this now appeal to every Sierra Leonean, where you get the means, let me find way how far it will feed yourself.
By the way, poultry is in a lucrative area. Is it something you're venturing into?
Yes, I'm starting. And then, feed not been problem. But then, Sierra Leoneans, yes. And Sierra Leoneans, I think one thing per we believe I get so billion a bank. Forgetting say, the one within a bank, na name no more. We invest them. No say you get money. But then within a bank, not just paper, not just number no money you get. Right? So Sierra Leoneans do not believe for invest. Why still now? Yeah, we don't reduce this number. But people are not growing. Right? So I think we need for as Sierra Leoneans, let's say why we need for import eggs. Not just gap with that kind of vexation there. Within we safe. Now need for do something. Right? For make we stop for import eggs. Up till now we import toothpick. Sierra Leoneans. With so much boomstick they will get all over the place. Right? So can't somebody think and say, okay, that boomstick how they use for even clean with it, although it's local and that's what they do. Processor and then begin for sell and give people. Right. Why can't you do that? Right. So Sierra Leoneans, they appeal to everybody, to every Sierra Leonean, if you get the means for work. And then this help where they come, this project where they come, they don't look ahead.
You mean the support to farmers?
The support to farmers. Whoever they get whoever they disburse let me look at the bigger picture. It is not about me getting money now, right? It's about the bigger picture. Why them money then they come?
Would you say in fact an enemy politician they don't venture force for going to farming because they don't see money there?
Well, apart from them being for venturing for the money, and then for be the pacemakers. Now then for actually even set the example and say there's good, better day per farming. So they need for involved with or without money. With or without money, they're supposed to get a constituency farm. We are in. Now they set the example. You be there, be with your people, walk and then see what's in the come out. Then says now this come out and then that's what we do. Right. So
so
all now this money
you look forward to, for example, the military or police or prisons, their monthly supply, the monthly rest supply they come up from the farmers.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And not to for example, VIP supplying police every month. The 150 kg bag of rice where na imported rice.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That mean that me burning issue that one day. Why? Other person in the work for make I go eat. And me no get that can even come money there for even supporter. But yet still then they farm before I able it. But God give me the ground, He give me the water, He give me the rain. But I'm not good one for myself. So now the bigger picture we need for look at why feed Salone for succeed. Why for succeed for feed we self. Not only it guys, we can also look at other produce them where we will eat and sleep well without to not look to other person. Right. The reason is that they don't see and say the population they increase, resources they deplete, then climate change they want way back. These three things they are against humanity. The population they increase, we need for eat more. We need for produce more food. The resources they deplete, we get more popular in necessary forget host them. So if you look around self, most of the swamp areas, they have been emptied for billows. First time they get vegetable na the peninsula. It had enough for me get vegetables. If Kabbalah no plant, so you know we will get. So imagine posting go Kabbalah and begin empty the swamps again. Also we even begin vegetables. So the more people in the born, the more they deplete resources. Then climate change don't can add your panel now. And it is getting worse. So waiting will happen. So all the resources this support how they come. Now for let we hold we self like a country. And say no waiting, if the worst come to the worst, we get self for Lingate. But then if we not do that, we'll be caught off guard. And when we are caught off guard as a nation, that will be bad for we. So I appeal to every Sierra Leonean, let we hold sober, follow way for feed we self as a nation.
In fact, some other people they even suggest say if you don't sentence somebody to prison, especially for the CEOs of it, why government by now will get certain farms where you will put some of them in prison and then they for work. Other schools of thought they say human rights issue will coincide. Police, military, and prison or the forces are imported rest that they supply them. Why you not go for set up your own farm or them able to set up their own farm when they able for supply themselves rest? Some food for thoughts.
A lot of things they don't need food as a nation.
Some food thought, food for thoughts. Thank you very much, Mr. Kago.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. All right, we'll transition now to second half of the show and take some segments. We'll start with sports. Lojek Mohammed Kolia, we're going to take you through some of the local and international updates.
Hello and welcome to the Today Show Sports Updates on Slick Television, channel 37, with me, Mohammed Kolia. Inside this edition of the Today Show Sports Updates, today we go talk about the Conference League, the Europa League, and the Champions League results them yesterday. So get very good result there yesterday inside UEFA Champions League. Most of the big guns there take all 3 points yesterday as predicted. And also, David Luiz, at that kind age, 38 years of age, he win the man of the match yesterday for a team with the inside Cyprus. Imagine David Luiz don't play now major leagues them across Europe and he end up for playing inside Cyprus, and at the age of 38 years, he win the man of the match yesterday for in current club way they play for. And also, Bo Rangers, as the FA don't pull the calendar of activities and how the league they get for the run, Bo Rangers just they intensify. They just sign players for meet up the deadline of the transfer window. Currently, they don't sign up to 5 players, and I think they still go in for more because the look one clinch this particular season trophy in Easter Lions the earn because them be the winner 3 times in a row. So CAF don't pull a nomination for both male senior and the young player award for this particular year. Would I get for Clich that particular one day for the African best player, and we get William brother winner Momo Kamara, they nominated at the junior category as in one of the contenders for that particular award day we get for happen inside Cairo. Now we go for a short break, and when we come we will give some analysis on the topics them we would highlight so. Welcome back from that short break. This is the Today Show Sport Update on Slick Television, channel 37. Or you can follow me on the social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Up next, CAF don't pull and shortlisted players for the Africa Young Player Award. And guess, we own brother, Momo I Kamara, they among the shortlisted players way for go grab this particular award. And also, CAF don release the shortlisted players for the Africa Men's Player Award for this year than are the African Best Player. Whether they go for winner, they all right now, everybody glow, everybody they try to make sure say it gets all the votes we in need, because this is not a prestigious award where any African player go wish for win. Still inside football, as the Premier League they draw closer, Rangers don't intensify for revamp their squad as they don't do 5 new signings for this particular Premier League we go start soon. They don't welcome Abdoulaye Conte, and they also don't welcome Fode Ismail Toure. They don't buy Ibrahim Kamara, Nelson Fatoma Bayo, and the rest. So they get more signings for let them make sure say this time around they retain the trophy way Easter Lions don't pull na the hand this particular season. The former Chelsea player and Brazil international David Luiz yesterday don't win the Man of the Match award at the age of 38 years for a new club winner Puffs as they play inside Cyprus currently. They don't get experience inside the Champions League. Now different teams and they don't play in major leagues across Europe. Now they go take a low key, but yesterday in performance be so much exceptional and they crown as the Man of the Match. The Premier League don't release the players will perform over the weekend as then shortlisted players they are so now they don't nominate for the Player of the Week. You get Alan where they play for Manchester City. You get Reece James for Chelsea. You get Gino Cupo for Bournemouth. You get Harry Maguire for Manchester United. You get Jean-Philippe Mateta for Crystal Palace. Nodi Mukele for Sunderland. And you get Pedro Neto for Chelsea and Bukayo Saka for Arsenal. These are the players where they be shortlisted for the Player of the Week. Unfortunately, Harry Maguire be clinched that particular award among all the players where they nominate. And now for results of matches we play yesterday inside the UEFA Champions League. As yesterday, Atalanta gets a 0-0 draw with Spartak Praha. AS Monaco gets a 0-0 draw also with Tottenham Hotspur. Athletic Bilbao beat Karabakh by 3-1. Galatasaray beat Bodo Glimt by 3-1. Sporting CP beat Olympique Marseille by 2-1. Bayern Munich trash Club Brugge by 4-0. Chelsea beat Ajax by 5-1. And Liverpool beat Eintracht Frankfurt. The return of Ugo Ekitike now in homeland Usai Liverpool signer and a score yesterday enable celebrate a pay homage to the then trash Eintracht Frankfurt by 5-1 inside the Champions League match yesterday after a return from a knock. And these are the standings currently inside the UEFA Champions League. After the 3 matches them way they don't play, you get 3 sets. You get the round of 16, you get Paris Saint-Germain, you get Bayern Munich, you get Inter Milan, you get Arsenal, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Manchester City, and Newcastle. These are the round of 16 teams that will potentially go make out to the round of 16. And you get the knockout phase playoff that if you not perform, the one then we go for playoff before then go meet up the round of 16. You get Barcelona, Liverpool, Chelsea, Sporting CP, Karabakh, Galatasaray, Tottenham, PSV, Atlanta, Marseille, Atletico Madrid, Club Brugge, Athletic Club, Eintracht Frankfurt, SS Napoli, and Union Saint-Gallos. Then you get the elimination stage, also you get teams that will not perform, will not go even make a to the playoffs where you get currently as it stands, you get Juventus, you get Bodo Glimt, you get Monaco, Slavia Praha, you get Pavs, you get Leverkusen, Villarreal, Copenhagen, Olympiacos, Kermate, and Benfica and Ajax. This now the face of the UEFA Champions League. As you see, the number from 1 to 30. The first 8 what you see on the screen, so don't make it to the round of 16, and then the other 9 to 24 they go playoffs, and the one they waited from 25 to 36. As you see, I'm so currently on the screen, you get from 1 to 36. From 1 to 8, they automatically qualify. And from 9 to 24, they make the playoffs. That's for let you go qualify for go for the round of 16. Therefore, they from 9 to 24 now the table. That's now the current standings of the UEFA Champions League after 3 games where they don't play. These are some of the fixtures that we line up for you today inside the international scene. But this time around, not the Champions League, but the UEFA Europa League phase. Now you get Feyenoord, they play against Panathinaikos. You get Braga, they play against Red Star. Brann, they play against Rangers. FCSB, they play against Bologna. Fenerbahce, they play against Stuttgart. Go Ahead Eagles versus Aston Villa. And Genk, they play against Betis. Lyon versus Basel. Salzburg versus Ferencváros. AS Roma versus Pleasant. Celta Vigo versus Nice. Celtic versus Sturm Graz, Freiburg versus Utrecht, Lille versus Polk, and Maccabi Tel Aviv versus Midtjylland, Malmö FF versus Dynamo Zagreb, Nottingham Forest versus Porto, Young Boys versus Ludogorets. That now the fixtures them will line up for you today inside the Europa League. And now for the Conference League, we also get fixtures them will line up for you today. AEK Athens, Aberdeen, AZ Alkmaar, Slovan Bratislava, Breda Bilk, Korps, Drita, Omonia Nicosia, Rijeka, Spartak Praha, Shakhtar Donetsk, Liga Warsaw, Skandegia versus Shelbourne, SK Rapid Vienna versus Fiorentina, Strasbourg versus Jagiellonia, Crystal Palace versus AEK Larnaca. This now the fixtures them will line up for you today inside the UEFA Europa League, as you can make your way now the international scene today in the evening and watch the matches there. So, and don't forget say you go also watch them live on Select Television channel 37. Always follow me on the social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. One all list we get for you today inside this edition of the Today Show Sports Update on Select Television channel 37. Me, na Mohamed Kollia.
Thank you, Mohamed Kollia, for this sports rundown there. And now, if you're traveling in or out of the country or for pickup or drop-off of passenger at the airport, you need this update for Friday. Askar Airlines flight KP023 go left Banjul, the Gambia, stop na Freetown International Airport 5 after 8 na morning, Accra, Ghana, and finally reach Lome, Togo 8:45 na morning. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Askar Airlines flight KP042 go take off from Lome, Togo, stop na Freetown International Airport 3:55 in the afternoon, and reach Banjul, the Gambia 4:35 in the afternoon. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Askar Airlines flight KP040 go left Accra, Ghana, and head to Freetown International Airport. At 1:30 in the afternoon, Brussels Airlines flight SN241 go take off from Freetown International Airport and make stop at Monrovia, Liberia, and land at Brussels at 7:55 in the evening. At 2:30 in the afternoon, Kenya Airways flight KQ510/11 go left Nairobi, Kenya, stop na Accra, Ghana at 5:30 in the afternoon, or in the evening rather, and reach Freetown International Airport 1 hour later. The flight go back na Accra, Ghana, and return to Nairobi. At 4 o'clock p.m., Air Senegal flight HC213/4 go left Dakar, Senegal, reach Banjul, the Gambia, 6:55 in the evening, and continue come na Freetown International Airport 7:50 in the evening. Finally, at 8 o'clock na net, Air Peace flight P47760/1 go left Freetown International Airport for Lagos, reach 11 o'clock na net, and final arrival at 11:40. It's safe travel from us to you, and the best of luck in whatever you did travel for, go meet up or for catch up with. Now, let me go into the corner who say it is hot just as it drop with the Nejas here tomorrow for entertainment.
The entertainment corner at Slick TV channel 37. May your name na the Nejas here tomorrow as it hot it drop. The House of Stars don't finally post their 16 shortlisted housemate them. Wow. Also in this season 3, they do auditions then at Guinea, and the auditions then for start on the 30th of October. November 1st, then go for do the unveiling. No miss out. You still get a chance for purchase your form and go for the House of Stars. Be a star for small money. Anytime we hot, now I need to go. And right inside the entertainment corner, we get the minister. Hello and welcome to Slick TV.
What's up, good people?
So, tell me about your journey, like how you joined on there, like inside the entertainment industry.
Well, I can say my journey is a good one because since starting, I'm still keeping the pace and I'm still going. So that's it.
So, going from Sacco Gold to the minister, explain that transformation there.
Okay, okay. Like, you know, changing from Sacco Gold to the minister, I be they think like, okay, Sacco Gold first, let me say, Sacco Gold, the Sacco na my surname. So back then, starting music, I just be the fan like, you know, when you see any artist get name, every artist get name. So myself just say like, come up with one. So I just take my surname, take Gold, blend them together. But later, I come for think and realize, say, whatever name you go with, forget a particular meaning. So I later come up with the minister. And the meaning of me taking the minister is, we know the minister in our church, we're the minister of the word of God. So if I'm the minister and I'm doing music, simply means I the minister my own word, which is not the gospel. And the second meaning is also, we know say a minister and a person where they head a particular department. So if I'm the minister, simply means I'm heading this particular department.
So you're heading you head the music department.
Yeah, that's it.
Wisdom. Give us more. So why you take a step into music? What thing happen? What thing inspire you where you feel like say, oh, if I start for sing music, like I go blow or na something way na a way where I need for communicate, because una artists them when I can say when I can use music for communicate and express on ourselves. Yeah. So why you take a step into music?
Well, I take a step into music simply because I like for expressing emotions out to people. You know, certain situation there as an artist where they go through, like for me, I don't know for any other artist, but for me, everything you see, every song about me is my true life story. Whether I sing about heartbreak, whether I sing about I'm in love, whether I sing about depression, it's my own story. Okay. So I try to explain my own story out there to people, and I know say thousands of people who don't go through the same thing when me self the feel at that particular moment. So that inspired me for coming to music. And also, there is this my uncle where I be small back then, where we always get headphone and AC, getting pen and paper to write. So I was looking at this guy and say, what did this guy they do? Always they shake here, they write music, they this. So myself since then, myself take up the pace for man.
So again, explain to me why you switch from being a rapper to now a singer. Okay. Because you don't give me a lot of switch, to be honest. Yeah. So this particular switch, now we want to understand. Okay. Why and how?
Okay, you know, as an entertainer as well, it is nice for always to explore new things, not for being limited to a single thing. Okay. So me being a rapper, I started as a rapper because back then, na rap no more be I made. You know, this hip-hop style, this hip-hop vibe. So I can't find out, say, this generation over there right now, okay, they like rap, then go listen and say, yeah, you bars them tight, you dope, you this, you that. But they like something where they make them one for listen back twice. We're going to make them one for listen back to get them. So that is something melodious. So the moment you give them something sweet, you don't control them.
You say when the music is sweet,
yeah,
you play it twice.
That is it.
Okay, so I don't get the point now.
Yeah.
That's a very nice one. So now you're there with the Kulala too.
Yeah.
How does it don't feel like for you, and how beneficial that particular entity don't help you in your music career?
Okay, I can say it don't help me a lot because I'm not for on day today if not to the Kulala group. So shout out to the Kulala group and shout out to Nashito Kulala. So it has been beneficial because they don't help me throughout every journey of the way up to this end. So it has been beneficial.
Okay. So congratulations on your graduation, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Our latest artist graduate in the building.
What's up?
So how you be the balance work, entertainment, music, and school? Like how you be able to balance the entire pressure?
The pressure is getting worse. Okay. Okay, me like that type of person normally, I get this habit of when I say it's time for book, I time for book. When I say na time for music, na time for music, I get time for everything. That's what I do. So if I say this particular 1 month or this particular moment, I will write a new song. Now for music, all my attention, music. But if I say this particular moment, now for my education, all my attention, that's for my education. So here I am, latest graduate in town.
Spread your wings, spread your wings. So you get plan being a graduate. Now you get plan for going to any major hostel aside music. Like what you want to do with what you don't gain, what you in academics and all that. Tell me.
Okay, like normally, apart from music, I'm also an entrepreneur. I like to do business, but I'm not going to share my idea I do because they're not yeah, I get the ideas them up there. It's just that when the time comes, I go see.
You know, go whisper small to me.
No.
I beg.
I will tell you after the
interview. Yeah. Okay, so you don't release quite a number of songs. So like, what's new about you? Like, what's up with you? Because we don't go into like old you, present you. So what's another thing like what you cook for we inside the studio? What we expect before or in December?
Well, and I just expect something new, something different, and something emotional. You know, they say something filled with emotion. So this particular song, I pour out all my emotions into them. You know, back then, was rapping, but not be the kind of feel myself the way that I feel right now when I sing. I believe that singing is the way.
Singing is the way, the light, the part and everything.
Singing is when they say the light at the end of the tunnel.
Nice. So you don't see that at the end of the tunnel. Share wisdom for we. So, as the minister, we will make you minister to we.
Okay. So, but first, let's start with the old me though, because I'm not gonna let that go into waste though. Okay. Skyrocket, I'm way above the ground level. I get them surprised, made them mind puzzle, hits before the dust settle. I show them what it means to be on another level. Before I cut my quota, they don't know me size. I choose music because I know the price. Skyrockets, I'm way above the ground level. I get them surprised, made them mind puzzle, hits before the dust settle. I show them what it means to be on another level. Before I cut my quota, they don't know me size. I choose music because I know the price. Now they keep throwing shots with a punch at the punch back. Before you throw your blow, you better close your eyes, right? Cause we made it on our own, now them boys feeling jealous. Look who they far ahead, while let's see the beginners. Man, they back all like in us, they don't even get a profile. Then they want to teach you what status. I'm all the way up, while they just they begin. Man, they still look for vessels, they leave I'm not the team. I'm way above behind the scene. If they want for reach me hairline, they leave for know me Barbie Cream. If they
want for reach me headline, they leave for know me Barbie Cream. And they put on a status, wow. So now let's say so now waiting here for Calm next. So this one I title I'm moving on, and it goes like this. When I look into your eyes, I can see the guilt inside.
Baby girl, stop telling lies. Why you messing with my mind? Tell me who's that other guy that's been calling you online. Is this the love they say is blind? I can't see with my eyes open wide. Them say body show they for you a bad girlfriend, but trust me, girl, it's over. I want for be that you love her and be your friend, but you want cock on my shoulder. But I'm moving on.
Who that way who artist I remember you mentioned say for everything we sing, it's your life, it's what's happening. So that break you heart. Well, like Kadina Fatu.
I'm not gonna name names.
Na Aminata.
Someone broke my heart actually. Somebody break me heart.
Fine boy. But it's okay, you don't move on now.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't heal from that day.
I don't move on to I don't forget. So
fine girl, it's your loss. It's
your loss.
It's your loss, baby girl. Okay, so quick one before we go. 5 years from now, what's you see yourself inside entertainment with your music?
All the way up.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
I'm all the way up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it seems like you're not a man of few words, but punchy statements as you buzz them also typed. Thank you so much for coming to Slick TV Entertainment Corner today. And don't forget, we get the Epic Fiesta where they happen next month. November 8th in Paradise City. Okay. So since you don't move on, you don't mind for go take some Sansana Beach?
Yeah. I go take some Sansana Beach.
So make sure say you attend the Epic Fiesta. If you miss out, then you don't miss out on the cute minister because you get for D-Day and other super artists them get for D-Day. Then I all get for the entertainment corner. My name is Madene just here tomorrow. I see the hot, it go. Thank you for watching.
Yes, sir. Anyways, thank you to that corner with the hot and drop. Thank you, Dene Jasia Tumori, for the entertainment update. And now straight to headline review segments. Here is James Kamaramane. Good evening, James.
Yes, good evening, Patrick, and good evening, viewers out there. So we go straight to waiting on the make the rounds. Notice we don't see two press releases that will come out, and that's going to create some problems around. The first day of one of the press releases will come out now from the APC, where they criticize waiting the SLPP make. And there's a statement where he make
you mean the new sheriff in town?
Yes, the new sheriff in town. They're not fine, happy. But we could listen to the video because this small organ come between the two political parties. We could just listen to the video, please.
The presidential chairman and the residential secretary. We go for war with victory and even with deputy sasa. Don't decide say you know the passive society again. No, sir. So we don't get the army, the military, the political military army for make sure say APC no dey road. They get road to pass. Why they pass? Anytime they want to reach, we don't get other babes. Other babes they go out and they also. And they go, you know they use so that thing don't know they also. The police babes will not know they also. The nation they will not know they also. And even the social media bloggers will not know they also. So, as Dr. Hadi said, I get high hopes. And I hope we can see the tourist Naira today. We get KKY Naira today. We get Chief Minister Naira today. My message as the elected national chairman of the Sierra Leone People's Party, where the campaign be organized and coordinated by the grassroots, we are the big one. As we are the concentrate on governance, we will begin concentrate on research. Because
the video we just listen. We are in the SLPP party chairman. They make some statement that calling on the military, the police, and the data is a political army. So this now we welcome well the APC. They now welcome this statement with a good heart, and that led to them to a press release where in they quote the chairman of the SLPP in the press release where they did the 20th October 2025. In the first paragraph, says statement on threats to democratic governance and the neutrality of state institutions. You see the All People's Congress Party, blah blah, and then you see the newly elected Mr. Jimmy Batulu Songa, newly elected chairman of the SLPP party. During his public acceptance ceremony, Mr. Songa was recorded calling upon the president, the army, soldiers, and marshals to stop the APC in 2028 election. So that's what the APC noticed, and they say they use the state institution like for suppress them come 2028. And this they're not fine. They're not happy with that kind of statement. So therefore, in the final statement that they make, they're not happy with them. So therefore, they say they give 4 statements where they make, where they stand on it. So firstly, they say they undermine the neutrality and the constitutional mandate of the state service. It also enrolls public confidence in the integrity of elections and democratic governance. And also say it signals a worrying mindset that could invite the misuse of state power against legitimate political competition. So this is waiting they stand on, and they're not feel good about them.
But I tell you for sure, it'll go back to the statement where, remember the outgone chairman, Dr. Prince Alex Harden, he been say, APC, you don't need much for put them out, just threaten them no more.
Yeah.
You know, that they threaten more or less kind of.
Yeah.
They cause some some mix-up and box-up so between the two political parties.
And
so,
the SLPP also actually themselves respond. Yesterday, they make their own response. Yesterday, they look at the new letter way they make. Themselves, they call say the statements, then they make them say it's provocative and it's somehow not good.
But we'll go take that press release shortly after the break.
People, guess what time it is? This is the time for grab your swimsuit, bros, jean and tank top because a big fiesta is back again. This year, we go take you to the poolside. So are you ready for the Splash Rave edition? With close to good sound and a night full of energy. The big fiesta will take place now Paradise City, Aberdeen Beach. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 8th. Just 12 o'clock afternoon. Everything gonna begin. Ordinary ticket now 100 euros standard. VIP 200 euros. It's gonna be a non-stop vibe, classic performance from different artists to grace the stage. Relax and enjoy quality entertainment with top-class DJs and fantastic crazy pool game setting. Saturday, November 8th. You and me, that you lost. So join us, make easy with a big radio with crazy bros and make the splash together. Stay tuned for more updates. Right at Epic Radio. Trust me, this one day for be epic for real. Epic Fiesta Splash Rave edition. Splash and chill.
We still look at what the SLPP them we don't write will lead to the respond from within the APC being right, and in a part of the letter where they write the APC, the column, then say they not mean any, they not recount with any national issues when they not decide for use any state institution. Rather, they were referring to their own party military people, them where they call it the political armies, call it the political army, the marshals, them.
As if I thought the same because. You know, the statements, while listening to Jimmy Batilo Songa, the statement not in any way imply like they use the state
security they call. When they say the military, the soldiers.
And it starts off, by the way it starts, that's what I'm referring to. By the way it starts, it clearly tells you, first, you talk, say, Moses Mahmoud on decide, say, you know, to civil society again also.
Yes, sure.
So, and this executive, when they get now, then they refer to them as more or less a more youthful, agile, more active executive than the previous executives. So the way it starts for making statement, I just, the same way where they see waiting in this press release, it's the same thing that will call to me. Well, it's again your own interpretation.
They make a very clear than a paragraph. I'll just read the excerpt of the paragraphs. They say the APC claims that Chairman Songa called upon the president, the army, soldiers, and marshals to stop the APC in 2028 is a complete subterfuge and a desperate attempt to mislead the public by inciting fear and confusion. Say thus, those who attend the event, watch it live, or review the recording can confirm the lies in the APC misrepresentation. Chairman Songa, in his address, energetically relayed SLPP members and affiliates what he referred to as party's political army to work together democratically and peacefully to prevent the APC from returning to power in 2028. They say that they imply. So it's not that they are implying to use the state security, but rather they decide for use a young political army, you know, so they can get a young marshal, the one where they fight for them, where they scatter crowd for them. That's them they refer to say, and therefore stop the APC, rather not to the military, the state military, or the police that they refer to. So
I was thinking at the initial stage that the APC would not, first of all, ask for clarification instead of their asserts. That was the meaning. Because members of my family, I can refer to them as Miami. Or my family, I can refer to my family as Miami.
Yeah, sure.
It depends on the context in which I come, the background from which I come out.
Indeed.
We then first of all ask for clarity instead of just asserting. Well, maybe that's the reason the SLPP in their response now they say na subterfuge.
Subterfuge, yes.
And a desperate attempt to mislead the public by inciting fear and confusion.
Indeed.
Well, at least Alassane and Alusane.
Yes.
Well, somebody somewhere get for understand in company one way something and they feel say himself capable of doing, and the other person self they feel same. They understand themselves better.
Okay, so move to another item in the headline review. Jimmy Batilu Songa attends the burial ceremony of the late Honorable Ernest Durak Kuroma, a former member of the All People's Congress Party in Tokon-Liba Chiefdom on Sunday, 19 October 2025. A statement gesture beyond party's line. Make us listen to the story.
Jimmy Batilu Songa demonstrates tolerance and unity beyond party lines. In a powerful display of tolerance, unity and respect for the deceased and their families, regardless of political affiliation, Jimmy Batilu Songa, the chairman of the Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP, took part in the burial of a former member of the All People's Congress, APC, in Tonko-Limba Chiefdom, Gambia District, on Sunday, 19th October 2025. This gesture comes amid a press release by the APC dated October 20, 2025, expressing concern over statements reportedly made by Chairman Songa during his historic acceptance and handover ceremony on Saturday, 28 October 2025, where he is alleged to have mentioned involving state security forces in political affairs. Despite the tension highlighted by the APC regarding these remarks, Chairman Songa demonstrated remarkable statesmanship by traveling to Gambia to pay his respects at the burial of the deceased APC member. The journey was made despite the challenges posed by the poor road network in the area. The deceased, Honorable Ernest Durak Kuroma, was a member of parliament representing constituency 002, Tonko-Limba Chiefdom, Gambia District, under the All People's Congress, APC. He died in a fatal road accident alongside his driver on 7th October 2025. Chairman Songa's attendance at the burial underscores his commitment to unity and his ability to transcend political differences in the interest of community cohesion and respect for the departed. This aspect of solidarity highlights Chairman Songa's character as a leader who values human connection and community bonds above political affiliations. Observers note that this gesture sends a strong message of tolerance and openness to building bridges between political parties in Sierra Leone. It reflects Chairman Songa's vision of leadership that prioritizes the nation's unity and the dignity of all citizens, irrespective of their political leanings. Chairman Songa's action on Sunday morning, October 19, contrasts with the concerns raised by the APC regarding his previous statements, showcasing a leader capable of balancing political realities with acts of human compassion and political maturity. This story emphasizes the importance of tolerance and unity in Sierra Leone's political landscape, values that Chairman Jimmy Batilu Songa appears to uphold through his actions beyond the political podium.
The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Sierra Leone has joined global partners to commemorate International Lead Poisoning Prevention Week 2025 under the theme, No Safe Level, Act Now to End Lead Exposure. The national commemoration held at the Family Kingdom in Freetown on Wednesday, October 22nd, brought together key government ministries, industry stakeholders, and public health experts in a united call to eliminate lead exposure in paint and consumers' products. James Kanu was at the event. And now report.
See, lead poisoning remains one of the most preventable yet dangerous environmental health challenges, particularly affecting children and pregnant women. Health professionals warn that even minimal exposure can cause irreversible brain damage, developmental delays, and organ failure. In a joint statement, representatives from the National Public Health Agency, the Sierra Leone Standards Bureau, the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, and the Ministry of Trade and Industries, together with manufacturers and importers, reaffirmed their commitment to ending lead exposure in Sierra Leone.
Lead is a very harmful chemical, and exposure to it creates a huge impact on the health. That's why we are here today, and we have been working with EPA as they are our key partners in the One Health platform. We've been working with them to develop this regulation.
As a supervising ministry of Sierra Leone Standard Bureau, continue to support SLFB in standardization and certification to enforce quality control for paint in the market.
Lead is a powerful neurotoxin that affects nearly every organ in the body. In children, as said by previous speakers, it damages developing brain, nervous system, leading to reduced intelligence, learning difficulties, behavioral problems, and poor school performance. And that's the reason why it's not by mistake our children are here.
Importing lead manufactured paint is like committing suicide, murder, manslaughter, and the like. So for regulations to come up identifying the brand of paints, very important. We are business people. We are buying and we want to make profit. But with the regulations coming into play, it will help to guide what we purchase in order to be imported.
Jibril Kamara Esquire, on behalf of the Environmental Protection Agency, presented the new lead paint regulations, explaining that Section 5, Subsection 2 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone mandates the state to safeguard the peace, security, and well-being of its citizens, a principle that underpins the creation of the EPA and related environmental agencies. Mr. Kamara highlighted Part 2 of the regulation, which he said defines the purpose and scope of the regulation, covering all paints manufactured, imported, exported, or distributed within Sierra Leone. The said regulation, according to him, mandates that all paints comply with the international standard of 90 parts per million total lead content.
The declaration of conformity, you are asserting that that product you are selling, that product you are manufacturing, that product you are importing, that product you are exporting is within the 90 ppb limit. When at the safer level, all right? It gets that also.
We have to use standards. Now, we have 16 standards, 16 standards relating to paints and varnishes that have already been developed and published. But we are having problems about manufacturers and importers purchasing those standards and utilizing them. We know that you have your industrial and factory standards, but the national standard supersedes your industrial and manufacturing standards. So that is why you have to acquire the standards and follow the procedure in the standard. The procedure in the standard not only tells you about the limits of the standard or the scope of the standard, but it also tells you about how you dispose, how the environmental concerns involved. Okay, so that is why we've been working with the EPA since 2021-22. So now we discussed the regulation. We have included the regional regulation in the EPA regulation. That is why we don't need to have two conflicting regulations.
Stakeholders at the event commend DPA for its proactive approach in promoting public health and environmental safety. They agreed that enforcing lead-free paint regulations is a major step towards protecting Sierra Leonean families, workers, and communities from harmful effects of lead exposure. As the commemoration of the International Lead Poisoning Prevention Week 2025 concluded, the collective message resonated clearly. There is no safe level of lead exposure, and now is the time to act to protect present and future generations. For Slick TV, I am James Kanu reporting.
Creating opportunities for disability. DOM organized a one-day sensitization on kush and other drugs-related issues will take place in Aberdeen Beach inside Freetown. Mohamed Kolia Midede, and send this report.
Opportunity for disability, the whole one drug sensitization event for Kush and other drug-related issues na the Aberdeen Beach inside Freetown. This event attracts people with disability and the one where they take the drug. Sahid Bangua, na the director of creating opportunity for disability, he say the outreach activity then plan for reach out communities across Freetown and beyond.
Every year we can do this initiative here with the Kana Beach area because October 10th na World Mental Health Day. Now the month this week they talk about all forms of vulnerabilities. So we can Kana Beach now we engage the homeless youth here because most of the homeless youth here society just don't see them say they are not going to change and this is their life. And some of them come up from a very good family. Like last year we get about 10 people away willing say they want to take treatment. We get 3 when a success story. The ones have joined them, for can't talk to them today. We just want to tell people and say, make people that are aware, say addiction is a chronic relapsing disorder, na sickness. When somebody don't get that sickness, they present different types of behavior. Some of them they thief, some of them irritating, some of them stubborn. So coming to the beach, talking to them, if we're able to touch one person in life, we don't change the person, we don't help in family, and we don't help the country. So this year, I make Ukanaya back. We not can give them money, we not can give them nothing, but just can talk to them, then we give them food. Then the one that we're willing to say, yes, they have one do better thing for their lives, would they help them for going to treatment center? Then we as social workers, would they provide free therapy for them? Then also they help them with their family reintegration, make them family then get them say, make them family understand how addiction they work. We not say no to easy journey. It's a very, very difficult journey. Governments don't they try and other organizations they don't they do many approaches for combat kush or any other drug where young people then they take. But I just want to make people then know say addiction na serious sickness. It takes a village for make we able help them with youth here.
One part the participant them, Samuel Olu Johnson, he wish for spread this message with his friends them so that they all go stay safe. As he don't see good example, but one of the man them we can talk to him about the kush.
As a drug addict, I decided to join the training because of what I hear about him. Although now like impromptu something to me that he didn't just tell me about them, but I still find a way to attend them. You go there, you not get the thoughts for left drug, you dey miss out. You dey miss out seriously. Because there's a book which says so knowing the problem is part of solving it. At least we know the problem first and realize the problem. A lot of people that take drugs, but you don't realize say like now really a harmful thing that they do to themselves. A lot of man they don't even get a thought about say life get future. Say I get for plan myself, I get for build a family, I get for take care of myself, I get for take care of me picking them, I get for marry. A lot of people in that thoughts not even there. But the fact say first you get that thought they are like a step. Like a step. Like a first step. So like if you get that thought they all you need now, the help don't come around for make you take a turning point. All you need for do and for make you accept them. When you accept them, you go through the treatment. They will all go through the treatment and see changes. During the meeting, you see an example, brother, we just tell you how long you don't take them. But we get someone for help them out, for fight the addiction, fight them out, then it's a step. Then we see the improvement, we all see them.
Zach Frank, when a caregiver na Mercy Ship Hospital, talk about the sensitization and how this go help the youth them for aware about Kush.
The idea is to come and meet folks who are struggling with addiction here at Lumley, to meet them where they're at. My personal goal was to tell them about Jesus, but to also hear their stories, feed them. And Sahid, the guy who I work with here in Freetown, he has connections with different solutions to help them if they want to break their addiction and try to change their life. So we wanted to bring that message and get to know them. Yeah, the primary objective is to first raise awareness of the issue. You know, where I'm from, I'd never heard of it before, so we're raising money and raising awareness first off to let people know that this is, you know, something going on in Sierra Leone with the people of Freetown. The second thing is to bring hope and healing any way we can. No one is forcing us at the end of the day to take a drug. No one is forcing us to not try to get off a drug. And so for the people, it's to come together and to recognize that the problems in the community are only going to be solved from the ground level up, and to stop looking for the government to solve the problems and to look in your own heart and look to God.
Reporting for Slick TV News, Mina Mohamed Kolia.
I guess you still see that video there, Patrick. I don't know what you make up of that particular report there. You know,
it's crazy, but pathetic.
Really
you
pathetic.
See, then we go talk to people about the dangers of what they do or what they don't pen themselves into.
Yeah.
And then they sleep. They know that some they even fen they sleep till them
go boxing company.
Go boxing company.
If only go up for laugh for you watch them, but it's very, very, very pathetic. Very pathetic. And some of them things already cause them. If you look at the screen, now one part of the people that this where they cause them, where they bring drugs into this country. In name, na Abdul Karim Bangura, then say na a Sierra Leonean US-based citizen. A tap na Allen Tong inside Freetown, come out over Sikam, and then catch na in possession over 1,287 packets of 225. That what they call tramadol. 225. If you watch his screen, you see him. So then catch him around Balamuya checkpoint. Now they didn't catch him on the 22nd of October 2025. These are the kind of people that we with the accommodation in society we really not need in our society.
22nd October, yesterday.
Yes, yesterday. Are the kind of people in this way in our society where they poor we use them at this country. If you look at the other one, this is a Guinean. In name na Lucidia Colley, Laurentia Colley from Guinea. They use a Guinean passport. This one is also then catch in the Jandema border with over 91 parcel of cocaine where they travel with from Guinea, Sierra Leone, and on outside game with any destination. If you look at the screen, these are the cocaine where they travel with, where they travel for transport.
Inside Pampas.
Yes, inside Pampas. This they meet them inside, they meet them inside, includes them. They hide them inside, includes them. So upon check, double check, they can find out say they transport 91 parcel of cocaine. This is another heavy.
My question. Lost in a free tongue, you be the command. You get my 38 checkpoints.
Yes, no, not check.
Other check, not whether they check them or not. You other checkpoints every pass.
With the bit up.
Say each Jandema.
Jandema.
And then go detect them.
Yes.
Before you enter Liberia.
Before you enter Liberia, yes.
And this other one, we show.
Balamuya.
You get to pass two other checkpoints and force. Say each Balamuya before you enter Guinea. So now only na the border. Now they did for detect. Other checkpoint they all are scam. That is what more or less.
Yes. So it means say we border with checking points there. This checkpoint. I don't know whether na money collection and they pan or na checking because it's so painful. Even when they come out from Bo for going to Liberia, they pass up to 7 checkpoints before reaching Jandema. What are those checkpoints doing?
Or maybe from Bo to the last checkpoint before you reach Jandema, they not be deal with the parcel. Now we then pass the last checkpoint and then go collect the parcel and cross with her. Well,
we don't know because the way the car depends the way the checkpoints they work. Because when you reach that Jandema checkpoint, you get the police station where they don't check. Then I hope they put the car and put the go down. You pass with the motor car inside Jandema and you cross to go to the immigration side before you go over to Liberia. And within that side in Jandema now, they don't do proper checking. Probably na they find that woman there. And this one also we see also na around Guinea Salon border when a Balamuya did meet them. In come over see cow drugs for Kamiku brother and sister. Fever, yes.
Not even cocaine.
Not even cocaine. No.
We get money past Tramadol.
I tell you. You see, so all in life we don't spend overseas. Na salon, you can see how we use them. You continue for Puel
225.
Yes, 225. For can Puel we use them. See that video we watch this now. Now they kind of people in the police country. These are the kind of people. So
we say young people they don't turn zombie.
Yes, well, they don't turn
zombie. When you talk about agriculture, just not this that the resultant effects them. We make the farm they empty. The village and town them who say agriculture but they take place they're all empty. We youthful population way for actively they engage in agriculture farming.
Yes, actively.
They don't turn zombie.
Yeah, they don't turn 225 collectors and they take all kind of drugs.
And they turn cocoa during the day and they sleep.
I tell you, so pathetic.
They sleep as well.
And you know, Gama give this 225 to Fambulo for let it come. But you can sell them to Sierra Leone over 1,000 capsule you hold for cancer to Sierra Leone. You come out to America, you know, see nothing for cow it. Now drugs for can make you use them, then suffer no more. But that kind of people will continue for the exposure in our society. So we go to the next item. Now we news item for today. This is a continuation of the story of one mommy we then call mommy Kadi Kabaturi, where they na kisi all road, where na widow. But it alleged say some member of your family they included in Peking. We name Zainab Toure. Then they ticketing them and they ticketing them for beat them and also for taking property and when I host. And he said this association no more a man that left Giam. So we can listen to him again, which he say, and also we'll listen to in boy Peking Abdul Rahman for explain it is so which really they happen.
So I call this me Pikia. Now they say this beginning for Kaisai house. Enough for Kaisai house. Now they all bunch manner. Now they IS Zainab. Now he come on. Now he go take the paper. He give Esata. Now he say go put up pine Piki face. Now they spread the paper on the Piki face. Now they say me na with you ma me belle big pani. Na so I want me Piki and make the war. So me na body water. Me wish they inside me belle. So they cost me for this. What those sees about it done? He said they know they do me shit. From there I they go back. I they go summoning against you. Now saying I not talk. Now pass. Now they say which. Look where you belle as well. From there, what pass? Now go now direct to the chief. To the native chief now Kisi Market. Now go summon there. So where as me picking boy they go inside the house and they cry say I remember me man don't left me and now they pass me picking and they sorry for me. When they come, I reach a junction, I see the crowd there was see. Take Canada the most. So man, I really far away now. It don't come. Let me understand. I say, so scared crowd is. I say, what's happened? I'm in mind. I say, what's happened? So, what the bike drop me? I want to inside. And Zainab Toure. Zainab Toure, Adam Sisi, no, that's Zainab Sisi. And I never block the remote. And I say, I say, what's happened? I say, why make I say? I say, nobody will stop me. I say, my mama they say, when they stop me, selling no kaisai. And I say, make kaisai. You're not to your host. You're not to your host. You're not Giala. Not to your host. You're not my papa host. And you must have my papa host. When my papa host, I say, what's your host? What's your host when they tell for host? How host come? I say, I don't understand. Not your papa host. Not your papa host. Tell them I will be because I say, they go inside. What are they cost mama this? So they bring cost mommy, it cost me mama, they bring cost me mama. So me back and in the crowd, they bring that they wrap me, knock me, what they call. So me back, they get me back, the two send me day, and pin yama. Pop pin yama, and the crowd affects from my life, bruh. The pain. And they all scatter. What they scatter? And I say, una, they stop me. That's when me mama, they have fought for Kaisa back. And they block me back. And they because me back bra no I say I get on and get I say una back una mommy this and mommy that. And they come back they can now all your man I say anybody facing this na bloodshed. I say anybody facing I want thing to happen. So nobody not face again. From there yesterday was on the 2030, and they can give me letter. They cannot go work, and they can leave for mommy. They say they summon me mommy. They summon me in a West Road court. I they summon me. I say what's not the crime? Mommy say mommy no go school. He say where you can go carry them. So I say okay, what come? I say I can go carry them. How can I read them? I read them, and they say I'll meet trespass. I go to the place. Then I broke in them. Then I go I thief money. When I 3,500,000. So then there's someone I say, I say okay. I say well this I go to police. I say and again see una don't offend me, man. I don't cost me. Then now another go summon me. That's on one case. I say this case here. I want some. Okay. Say la go meet the police there. La go you see they say. I go meet the police there. And the police say I go meet say I explain to them and they say I say no don't summon me people on a court. And they say well you self go summon them in a court. I saw the police advise me say go summon them in a court. Oh you go summon you self go summon them.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mama Bake, for putting that on the for we together. You see, picking get mind the cost in parents.
Even if it's not in parents.
It's not in parents, of course, big person safe. I don't know if I can call and swear. You know, in fact, we won't look at call and swear. Say that you get Mama swear.
The person don't need for necessarily be parents.
I tell you. So long as you get the bold mind, of course, all that possible big person able for born you. It's then I swear. And so we African mentality, and so we understand and for be. Now it costs to you. Actually, we hope say they will be able to settle the issue amicably when they go to the law, and the law will give that desire for get justice.
It's a story we will continue to follow,
yes,
and then we will bring the follow-up accordingly.
Indeed. So now thank you for listening. You know, say as always, the headline we can count to, we can bring lots of revelation to now. We will continue for the watch on this drugs issue. Whosoever they bring a kind of salon, we will sabi. Will they bring in face count to now? Will they call in name and outside? We'll continue for the shame publicly. Till tomorrow, my name is James Kamamane.
Thank you, James. And the program will return tomorrow with a fresh edition for the last day of the week, officially for the week. And thank you to the production team. Thank you to you who take time for following from Channel 37 and with social handles. Thank you to the guests earlier in the show. And for now, I'll say good evening. And we'll left you with the Meet You segment, which is people that celebrate people. So it's time for that celebration, whether it's birthday, it's any anniversary, and are absolutely free, at no cost to you or to any other person. Send we you birthday celebration, or anybody in birthday celebration, anniversary, whatsoever, for celebrate somebody else. It costs you nothing. Until tomorrow for a fresh edition, we would left you with the Meet You now. Mina Patrick Salah, good evening.
Birthday, Esther Angela Salematuja. Little princess, you've turned 4, bright, bubbly, and full of wonder. May your laughter stay as sweet as today's cake, your dreams grow as big as your smile, and your heart remain as pure as your beautiful soul. Keep shining, advancing, and filling the world with your joy and magic. This birthday request is coming from your mom. Happy birthday, our precious little princess.